I attended my first Middle-earth Slow Grow League, and if you don't know what that is, basically month one you're going to have a small force, say 500 points, and by the end of it, end of the year, you'll end up with 1,000 points. The aim of this is to build an army and slowly increase it as you go, so you're not rushing to finish projects. You can slowly add 100 points every month, so maybe it's a few more troops, maybe it's a hero, maybe you want to rework your list. It really is perfect for new players. Now, I'm not a new player. I played in school for a year. I took a massive break. I came back a few years ago. The problem for me is so far I've played maybe a couple times a year, which for me just isn't enough. It's one of my favorite games. So my aim this year, and I've stuck to it. I've already played far more games, maybe ever in this year. So it's going well, and this Slow Grow League is only going to help that. I just want to stay in the game, keep practicing, keep playing. You just get to tell these amazing stories with Lord of the Rings, and it is probably my favorite universe. So I'm very excited to do this. I decided to play Mordor. I regretted it instantly. I always play Iron Hills. They are maybe my favorite army, maybe my favorite thing from the books. I love Dane. It's so hard to choose. Like, the Hobbits are up there. I have started a Hobbit army, which I want to get to. I normally always play good. I'm just that guy. I just want to play on the good side. I'm a goody-goody in real life. So I thought I'd break that and try something a little different, and decided to play Mordor. I had some stuff for it. I had a ton of stuff which came with the starter set. So I built that up, painted it very quickly. You will notice in the pictures when I talk about this, the first month and the match report, that they are very poorly painted, especially the bases. I have already updated those, so I'll flicker them on screen now. Just to improve the bases, because I think the paint's fine. It's very simple. It's very much just tabletop standard. But I think, yeah, for starting out a new army like this, I think that's fine. I'm really here to play. I love the painting hobby side, but for me, it's the game and those cool moments you get to create. So I built a list. I actually purchased some stuff which was already built and painted, which made it a lot easier. And my first round opponent was actually the person that sold me them. He didn't live too far from me, so I traveled over there and was able to play a game against him. I'll get into the game shortly. I'll just talk about my list. I had 12 Morannon Orcs, 6 with shield and spear, 6 with shield, which was it's supposed to be like just a bulk of stuff just to throw at someone. Obviously the spear is able to aid, the shield's just upping my defense slightly, making them a little tankier. That was led by a Morannon Orc captain. And then I had, I'm 100% going to say the wrong person here. Razgush, I think? My mind's gone blank. I can't even check my phone because I'm recording from my phone. The one that lets you include like spiders and stuff. So I had 6 giant spiders. I had 1 Mirkwood, which is able to shoot the web. Really powerful if you can get it off. I didn't actually get it off once. The giant spider is very powerful, great fight. They've got 2 wounds, so yeah, really fast, really mobile team. I had 2 wargs, and then I had 3 or 4 warg riders and a bat swarm. So it was very much a monster mash of stuff. It just looked cool, and it's why I play the game. I want to do cool stuff. I want to have these cool armies, and this was very much that. I am very excited to add the 100 points and build one for next month. I'm already thinking of maybe a troll, maybe just more spiders, maybe Shelob, Witch King, Ringwraiths. There's so many options in Mordor. I am absolutely spoilt for choice. But let's get into my first round. Like I said, it was the person that sold me the miniatures. Before this year, I play like a couple times a year. This year, I still play within a bubble, so I don't necessarily learn much, as it's me sort of going over the rules and things. So playing people outside, experienced players, is always good. And Carl was very much that. He was very helpful, giving me ideas for tactics or explaining rules which I don't understand, or maybe explaining what he was about to do, so I wasn't caught off guard, which I thought was very, very sporting of him. And in general, anyone I've faced in Middle-earth has been very much the same. So it's been an incredible community, an amazing experience. Let's get into the first round of it then. So we're going to be fighting in different areas every month. This first month was Mordor. So evil side get a bonus to wounding. I think they reroll on 1s. And good side get a -1 to their courage. Basically, there's going to be a template in the middle, which is the Eye of Sauron. It's going to move around depending on who wins priority. So if I was ever going to win one, it's probably going to be on one of these months where evil get a slight bonus. I won't spoil it. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. The other thing was all heroes had terror. Now, this was a rule implemented just for this league. So I actually quite like it though. I think like if a regular old orc was going to try and charge Aragorn, there probably should be something for him to bolster himself, to give himself the courage to do it. So I did really like that rule. We took a look at the pool and we were playing domination this month. So basically there's 5 objectives on the map. Once a army, I think it's quartered, the game ends. I thought when we were playing that after a couple rounds we'd total up points, and again a couple rounds total up points, and then finally the last round total up points. So I straight away spread my stuff out. Obviously I've got a ton of speed, so I was able to get spiders to the point furthest from me, either side and the one I was holding. So I spread my army out entirely. I even deployed some stuff to the side, spread out, held these points and thought, yeah, in a few turns I'm going to gain some points. I can just keep doing this and I should be able to close this one out quite easily. Little did I know that wasn't how it worked. I did ask after a few rounds, when do we score points? And he mentioned it was at the end. We did go through it at the start. I think because I've played game types more where that happens, I just assumed it happened in all of them. But yeah, we went through the rules and he explained it all to me. And again, massive thank you to him, not only for helping me play through the game, but also inviting me to his home, having an incredible board set up. He had like a small weathertop creation of his cliff with some water. It just looked amazing. You can see in these pictures just how good it actually looked. And it's very much an inspiration for me to step my terrain game up and build something very similar here. I have started on a Hobbit board. I don't know if that video will be out by the time this is. Probably not, but that will be coming to the channel at some point. But let's get back into the game. So I've spread out on all 4 points. He's currently holding the middle one with his whole army. Should probably say what army he's playing. He's playing the Legendary Legion Army of the Dead. So he's got King of the Dead, Aragorn, and then a ton of ghoulies. Now I thought, if I can just hold these points, I will be fine. I've got the speed to spread out, so it's very much in my favor. What I didn't think about is, for it to end, someone had to be quartered. So by that time, he would have probably thinned out all of my numbers, because I don't think in a fight I am going to win this one. I tried to get my spiders into the Army of the Dead. I tried to use my wargs to rush into them, because I would win on the fight value with the spiders. I tried to protect my leader, keep him at the back, just wall stuff off with my Moran and orcs. It didn't really go to plan. He won, I think, all but 2 priority, and my priorities that I won were at the end. So the Eye of Sauron moved straight, not off the board, but it moved to the very edge. So I never actually got the effect of that. The fact that he won priority meant he could pick the fights, and then because his whole team had terror, I had no way of evening up those fights or just trying to outnumber him or trap him or anything like that. There was a few, I had a few good rolls, but I was rolling 9, so courage 2 on the orcs and spiders. I think spiders maybe 3, but I needed 8, 9 on every roll with 2 dice, and it's not likely. So a lot of the time he had the favored fights. He had Aragorn calling heroic combats every turn, so he was just darting around, smashing up all of my stuff. Even when I won fights, obviously with defense 8, I needed 6s, so it was just impossible to kill anything. I did thankfully get some points and some kills. I am also realizing just now, just because I looked at my army list over there, I didn't use my army bonus once, and that's a +1 to courage, which might have been quite important considering I couldn't charge into anything. I honestly don't know if it would have made much difference. Maybe if I could have picked some fights, got more characters into the fights, maybe it would have swung things, some luckier dice rolls. It's hard to say. He played it very well. He just managed to eventually just wipe out my stuff where I had very little left. I did manage to hold some points. Pretty much everything else ran away or was killed, but I held a few points. So he was broken, so I got points for that. I was broken, so he got points. I held 2 points, which were uncontested. He held 2. He also had the middle, which was contested, so you get slightly less. But he also managed to wound and kill my leader. So he took it on points. It finished 9-5. It was a very close game. It was a very exciting game. There's a ton of big moments where maybe it could have swung either way. Aragorn is absolutely terrifying. The King of Dead is terrifying. The ability just to one-shot something. So even when my spiders were fighting it with the 2 wounds, he could still just take them out quite easily. I managed to keep my leader alive quite a while, which was my aim. I think, most importantly, I learned a lot from this match. Not only the rules and scenarios and stuff like that, but also just strategies, potentially things I could include. Like, I'm already looking at team building more, like straight away after I was like, what can I actually put in here to help? And I found there's a Orc Shaman, which you guys probably already know about, but I can up my courage, or I think it's, if something passes its courage, the other stuff doesn't have to roll within 6 or something like that, which is 100% going in my list for month 2. Whether I face stuff with terror or not, it's just good to have. Obviously, potentially could bolster stuff and stop things from running away as well. I think anyway, I'm gonna read the power, I'm gonna team build. I'm very excited to build my next army for the next month. It's just been an incredible experience. Like, this game, honestly, I have some of the most fun I do at the table, meeting new people. I've never had a bad experience in this game. I'm still very new. Like I said, I've only attended 1 tournament before this, and this is my first, so I've played like maybe 6 people, but I've spoke to a ton. So it's just such a good community. It's so much focus around community and storytelling and having fun foremost. It's very competitive, but that's not the most important thing. And I think a lot of games lose themselves to that when it becomes more competitive than anything else. So I'm over the moon to complete month 1. I think we are finding out what's happening in month 2 tonight or tomorrow. So at some point during this month, I'll try and, it won't be a month from this video because I get a month to play the game. So maybe a couple of weeks, maybe a week. Really does depend when I can find an opponent and when they're free. If you've enjoyed this video, let me know. Because if I see some love in the comments, I see some views and people actually want to see this, I will film my next match. So I'll start filming them and you can just see the battle report in person. I just wanted to talk about this really cool experience in this video. If you want to see more, I will definitely do more. I will film the next one. I will maybe film it here, honestly. I can build a board with the Shire stuff I'm building. I can probably build a board of stuff anyway. So let me know in the comments if you made it to this point in the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.